Lesson number 10, FMCSA's Training Provider Registry Report. The Bolt School Management software has been updated to include all the new requirements for FMCSA's Training Provider Registry. With the latest changes in 2022, trucking schools are required to submit students' training certification information on the FMCSA website. Schools are eligible to submit data right after students' enrollment, then after the completion of the entry-level driver training, then after reaching 160 hours of total training time. In other words, the process of data submission should be split into 3 different steps. To track these steps and prevent any issues with this process, we have built a specific report called the FMCSA report. The report is very useful if your school entrusts these functions to several managers for data submission. With the FMCSA report, managers can avoid duplicate data submissions or missed student submissions. Log in with your admin credentials and open the student list from your admin's dashboard. In the Quick Access toolbar, select FMCSA. We have done some preparations to ensure that students meet the minimum requirements. As mentioned above, the FMCSA's Training Provider Registry requires data to be submitted immediately after completing the entry-level driver training. The minimum threshold is 95%. In our report, these are steps number 1 and 2. In the first stage, the school is obliged to provide students basic demographic data such as the student's driver's license, date of birth, first and last names. In the second stage, it is necessary to provide data about the location where the student is training, the training program, and the entry-level driver training assessment score. Basically, students with a theoretical score of less than 95% will not be reflected in this report. Our system provides you with all the necessary data for stages 1 and 2. Just copy the data and submit it to your FMCSA's personal account, respectively steps 1 and 2 requirements. In the Bolt report, check the boxes for completion and click Update. The same functionality can be reached via the student's profile. Click on the student's last name and you will be redirected to the specific profile, to the section where it can be found. In next step number 3, a trucking school is required to provide data to FMCSA's Training Provider Registry after the student has completed the total training time of at least 160 hours. Nevertheless, the minimum requirement in the Bolt system is 120 hours. Thus, the report will also display such students. However, the relative checkbox in the report will not be available. Why only 120 hours? Because by this time the student should have accumulated at least 18 city driving hours and approximately 100 lab/range hours. This is equivalent to at least a month of student training, depending on attendance and the class's frequency. This is the system's way of notifying the school's manager that this student's data should be submitted to the FMCSA's Training Provider Registry soon. Compliance with this procedure is important so that the student will be able to be scheduled for the skills test in a timely manner. A student will be denied testing for the skills test if a school fails to submit the data in a proper manner and within the specified time frame for FMCSA. In conclusion, let's highlight the main functions of the FMCSA report. This report allows school managers to stay updated regarding submitting students' training certification information to the FMCSA's Training Provider Registry and do so in a timely manner. In addition, report allows to establish communication between managers and owners to monitor the graduation process of your school and deliver timely services to your students. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next lessons.